Bitcoin is right now breaking back to the upside, and it was perfectly supported from our line of support at around about $75.5 thousand. And we are going now up towards the other level of resistance, which of course lays at $78 to $79,000 region. We're going to discuss what I think will happen next, and this is going to be a quick, precise and important video, so pay close attention. Bitcoin right now, of course, in a bear market. Bear markets usually last for 12 months. We can see this right here. Have a look at this. From the top of the bull market to the bottom of the bear market, it usually lasts about 365 days. We can see this happen for the last 3 cycles, and I think it will happen this cycle again. This means the bottom of this bear market will most likely be in approximately October of 2026. To be on the safe side, I would recommend you guys to start buying Bitcoin 1 to 2 months before that, dollar cost average into Bitcoin. Of course, Bitcoin always takes 1,065 days, so approximately 3 years from the bottom of the bear market to the top of the bull market. And you can see this happen exactly the last 3 times as well. So now, just to show you guys this main information back into Bitcoin, Bitcoin is right now, of course, trading in a bear flag pattern. And a bear flag pattern forms this way and then eventually breaks down. And right now we are at the end of our bear flag pattern. And already we started the downward move, which we predicted. But of course, on the way down, we're going to be supported and then go a bit more up and then go further down. And right now we got supported from this level at $75,000. The level which we are now going up towards and which can act as possible resistance is this level here, which has acted as previous resistance here and has acted as previous resistance right here. So it is a strong level of resistance. And that lays at about approximately $79,000. Now, I think we can go there, and I think we will go to $79,000 because we have something called a CME gap. And the CME gap is these gaps that are formed over the weekend for Bitcoin, because Bitcoin trades 24/7, and on the CME exchange, we do not trade on the weekend. So we can see here the gaps that are formed from Friday to Monday. And we have a gap from last weekend. I mean, actually 2 weekends ago, which is approximately $79,100. So I think we can go and fill that gap. Most of the time, these gaps tend to be filled. If we manage to then go above that, and this line now acts as support, and we get supported from here, we can go higher to the top level of our bear flag pattern to approximately $85,000, which is of course this other major CME gap, which has been formed already since beginning of February. There's been a few months now, so we could fill that also. But I think we'll definitely fill this gap here, probably get rejected in my opinion, because, why do I say that? Because in May, usually we are bearish and we never have more than 2 consecutive green months in a bear market for Bitcoin. We never had that. And right now it's the 25th of May. So it's almost the end of the month. And I personally think we will again have a negative month. We always had no more than 2 positive months. If May turns out positive, it's going to be a first. So I think we can go here to $79,000 within like 1 or 2 days, and then get a big rejection, end the month for May in negative, and then possibly get supported back out here at $73,000 at the bottom of the bear flag. And I mentioned the CME gaps. I also want to quickly mention that last weekend we actually formed a CME gap as well. So if I zoom in here over last weekend, you can see the way to measure a CME gap is go on the 4-hourly chart, go to this is the Friday candle, go to the closing price, and the difference between the closing price and the opening price on Monday. So the opening price obviously at the bottom of the candle, it's right here. So the difference between the Friday closing and the Monday opening is the CME gap. So the difference in price over the weekend essentially. And we can see right at the bottom, we have a new gap here at almost $76,000. Let's say $76,000. So what I think can happen, like I said, is we go here, fill that gap, then get rejected and go down, fill this gap and potentially go further down. If we find support here, then we can fill this major gap at 84 and then go down. That's what I think can happen. And just to show you guys one more important thing, of course, in this way we can see Bitcoin is in a rising wedge pattern, which is a bearish pattern, which has a target at the bottom of the wedge, which is at 65,000. And I'm personally in a short position because I believe we will go to these bottom levels very soon. And I'm not worried with us pumping a bit higher, because I will just add to my position if we go higher, because I know we're in a bear market. All these things that I keep mentioning, the bear market lasts 12 months and we're in a rising wedge, which is a bearish pattern. We're in a bear flag, which is a bearish pattern. And just so many reasons to believe that we will continue to go down. And that's why I opened my short position at this point at $81,500. That was my average entry price. And what I want to show you guys here is that actually we've created a lower low, which is good if you are shorting right now. It's a bearish thing, right? So we had a previous low which was here, and previously this low was there. And then this, I told you guys, this is actually a bullish pattern because we created a higher low. So it suggests that we are still going higher. But right now, look at this, we created a lower low. So the previous low was approximately $74.9 thousand. Here, I can give it to you exactly. The previous low was 74.9 and the current low was 74.2. So we created a good difference here, and a lower low suggests that we have a trend reversal. So previously we were trading up and now we created a lower low, and this suggests that the trend is of course downward sloping. And yeah, that makes sense, exactly what I'm predicting. And that is it essentially. That is it for today's video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Don't worry, I'm gonna make more videos, and if you enjoyed it, leave a like, subscribe. Sorry for the difference in background. I'm on vacation, like I said, but I still try and make the videos. See you guys tomorrow. Bye.